I think Lewis tested it, and he said it was. There was I think it was one of the Mercedes drivers.
Must have been Lewis.
Yeah,
Lewis
I think
was
it was
McLaren driver.
A McLaren driver. It was in between him switching.
Shut up and sit down.
Factual Formula 1. Joining me in studio today is...
Hi, I'm Josh Sherry.
Evan Kearns.
And Luke McVeigh.
As we can see, Evan and Luke are currently sharing things together yet again.
We're used to sharing.
Yeah. Audio issues and whatnot.
Audio issues and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, gentlemen, who's the fastest and who's the lappiest after test 1?
Lappiest!
Fastiest and lappiest.
Yeah.
Okay, I have the stats here.
Show us a few stats. Yeah.
Fastest in a straight line is...
Kevin Magnussen.
Yes, it is Kevin Magnussen.
You nearly swear this is take 2.
Do you have a guess who's second?
Is it Lewis?
No, it's Sebastian.
Oh,
You're wrong.
Wrong.
Okay, anyway. So, what myself and Fintan were saying earlier is the Renault power teams look pretty slow on the speed traps in comparison to Merc and Ferrari. And Honda, never mind them. But Honda are actually quite high.
Yeah, Honda are well up there.
Honda are fourth. So the fastest time is Kevin Magnussen with 336 kilometers an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Pierre Gasly's on 333.
Mm.
What is that point towards?
I mean, he's flying. He's 3 kilometers off the fastest Kevin Magnussen with Ferrari power.
As opposed to the slower Kevin Magnussen.
That'll come later in the season. But if we look at this time last year during testing, the Honda power was 30 kilometers off in speed traps on average.
Yeah.
So
they were pretty poor last year.
what have they done?
What's going on at Renault?
Well, rumours in the paper have it that they're running a 2016 ERS system.
Rumours, yeah.
But
there's no actually factual source behind it.
Given though that it's limited by power, people are saying then that the extra weight of it's 5.5 kilo roughly.
Yeah, 11 pounds, 12 pounds.
Does weight wouldn't affect top speed?
It does. It affects lap time.
Acceleration and
lap time, but not top speed. Surely not.
It does provide if all cars are the same weight
over the
with
length
the same
of
power.
a straight.
Yeah.
But marginally. It's not the entire effect. It's not the reason why
it's not 20 kilometers an hour.
It would affect the acceleration more than the top speed.
Yeah,
interesting.
But from that though, given its central mass and given that it's probably slightly larger, there's either two things going on there. Either it's hot and they need more cooling, which means drag, which is why they're slower, or it's not really that much of an issue because you've got more mass to dissipate the heat.
Yeah. Plus also they've less ability to put ballast where they want to put ballast.
Yeah, but given its centralised mass, it's not really an issue with ballast. Ballast is only when you've got overhanging weight.
Okay. Oh, is the ERS actually? It's within the.
Well, it's beside the engine, effectively.
Then,
so
but
it's relatively centred.
When we look at this list of times, we've got top speeds. We've got 15 cars.
Yeah. And
there's no Renaults in the top 10. Well, we've 10th place as Carlos Sainz, so top 9. We've no Renaults in the top 9.
No,
we do.
But if we look
Alonso,
if we look at lap times, Stoffel Van Dorn is second fastest.
Yeah, but look what tires he's on.
I don't mind what tires he's on. He's second fastest throughout the lap, and he's 13th in the speed traps.
But he was using hyper soft tires.
Yeah, but
20k slower in the speed trap.
His point is still valid insofar as that he's got a really good lap time, even though his top end is very low.
Yeah.
So what's that pointing towards? They're running low.
As in when
unlikely.
If this issue is actually causing, if it is an issue, and when they do rectify it from the source they're saying fairly early on in the season, they're going to be very competitive.
Is it an issue though? Because Red Bull were always slowest in the speed traps in their dominant years.
Very true.
I think the problem is that the engines are such a factor now, whereas back then, the engines were so similar with the V8s.
They weren't though. I'd argue there was nearly as much of a gap between the Renault then and the.
Do you think?
As there is between the Renault and the Merc now. The Renault was the least.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Should you remember Monza? They were nowhere.
Monza 2011, Red Bull did this strange gear ratio where their top speed was 30 kilometers an hour less than the works Mercedes team,
but still they got there so much quicker.
And just ba and through the gears.
It came about they had a brilliant overtake.
Effectively,
Vettel's overtake on Alonso because he
around the outside into the second
onto the grass
chicane.
On the grass, but he got such an acceleration because he had such short gear ratios, and it actually worked.
That acceleration is what caused Mark Webber to hump the back of Heikki Kovalainen's car. mounted
in Valencia.
Yes,
that was 2 years prior.
Or dump it in Korea.
That was 2010.
Yeah.
He threw away the championship there.
He did, yeah.
He should. Mark Webber
and Turkey.
and Turkey.
That was Vettel's fault.
He shouldn't have been there in the track.
He shouldn't have been. Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it, Mark! You could have been a world
Christian
champion.
Horner just been too nice. He shouldn't have let the battle like that.
You need to tap your foot like Christian.
Yeah.
The leg shake.
The leg shake. Yeah, he was very famous for that. Now he's
So like,
we actually saw one during testing. Actually, one.
What, a leg shake?
Yeah, we saw that. Yeah.
will we talk about total miles?
Yeah, go on, sure.
Where's my stats? Has anyone got total
Yeah, total miles
stats?
is the most important one anyway during week 1 of testing.
Total miles is very important.
Yeah.
Very, very important.
Do you have them there?
No, I've just kind of got my own couple of stats.
I know Toro Rosso topped it. Toro Rosso topped it with like
I have how many kilometers the engines did.
laps. Tell us laps.
Toro
Laps.
Rosso did 900 and something.
324 laps.
From Toro Rosso.
900 odd miles.
Okay, what about who was second? Was Mercedes F1? Wasn't it?
Yeah, 306, followed by Ferrari 298, Sauber 283, and at the bottom Force India, basically because it's a 2017 car,
There's-
166.
There's an important factor we need to actually look at, is that everybody's raving about Toro Rosso doing however many laps they've done, but they have a
done
Honda
5
engine.
Grand Prix, like.
No, but listen, they've got the Honda engine, but the Honda engine's only in one car. So like Mercedes have 3 teams, Ferrari have 3 teams. Yeah, Ferrari have 3 teams. Renault have 3 teams. Every other manufacturer is getting in a heap of laps.
They were all around 2100, 2200, and Honda's at 900 odd.
So they've over twice the laps,
Yeah.
twice the distance
The way it works out is the Ferrari, the Merc, and the Renault have all done about 3.5 Grand Prix
each.
on per engine. That's
engine.
because they're all
Okay.
doing around 3,500 kilometers, whereas the Honda only has 1,500 done. Because it's one engine, though, they've done 5 GPs worth. Now the engines have to last 6.5, 7 Grand Prix. So I don't know. Like I think it'll be day 1, maybe day 2 next week when they start blowing up, and that's when we'll see who actually has the reliability.
I think F1
I think
teams-
everybody has it.
I think they all have
Yeah, I think
reliability.
they all have nailed
Yeah,
it.
well, if they all last day 1, then yeah, they should absolutely have it.
Which in a sense is good because it promotes fair racing, but you're not going to have random results.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say random results, but there's going to be a very strong midfield battle this year, I think.
Oh, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Like they'll
I
be
think
fighting for 9th and 10th all the time.
there could be a fantastic bit of overtaking this year.
Yeah.
Or even if there's very little overtaking, there'll be a lot of crashing of people wanting to
They'll all be
overtake.
so close to each other, like.
Either or is
Finishing 10th is going to be more crucial than it's been since, well,
2010.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will. I think it definitely will be. Definitely will be.
Yeah,
So like, we go on to our next topic.
yeah, might as well go on.
We've already F1 teams being 47 million off, worse off.
Yeah.
I was looking at it. They originally teams, like in 2016, the teams were allocated $966 million, I think it was, and then in 2017 they were offered $910 odd million as well. So what's that per team? Each team's losing out on about what, 4.7 million.
Well, 4.7 divided by 10. Yeah, 4.7.
So like, if you think about it, it doesn't sound like a lot, but 4.7 million to a small team,
To Force India or Cyber, it'd be
it's a lot.
A lot,
It's
yeah.
a lot to Force Indian Sauber, yeah.
It's nearly your 1 tunnel bill paid.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's because Liberty are fucking opened up that office in London now, and they're just
They're bringing in more staff.
120 employees just editing YouTube videos, like.
If you look at
As opposed to 4 doing it for us, like.
Yeah.
if you actually look at Formula One's LinkedIn page, there's a list of jobs. So
Is there?
I was
Available?
yeah,
Oh.
I was applying for loads of them.
Thirsty.
I applied for a junior writer's job, but haven't heard
You
anything
get
back.
A,
Unfortunately.
B, C, D.
I swear.
But on the topic of money, I think now's the time to go to one of my facts of the day.
Yes,
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Go on.
Well, one of our favourites, Eddie Jordan.
Eddie.
27 years ago today, he entered Formula 1, okay?
Okay.
But
Yes.
he nailed sponsorship from from the Pepsi company, basically the 7-Up livery.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
understood.
Everyone loves
Beautiful.
it.
Do you want to take a
199.
guess how much it cost Pepsi to put the 7-Up livery on the car?
Back in the day.
By the way, he had Kodak nailed, but he lost
And he had
Kodak
Osama computers
over
or
the head of taking Pepsi on board. It was worth that much.
5 million. pounds?
7 million.
1
1 million.
1 million.
One
But like,
point
what's
one
that worth now?
million pounds, $2 million. What's that worth now?
Yeah.
Counting for inflation.
I don't know.
Maybe about 5
A set of
6.
tires.
So like,
A few alternators.
so that was their title sponsor for the year.
That was their title sponsor for the year. But when he went to Kodak to say that the car is going to be green, they were like, "Well, we're not doing it. We're not." They were coming on board for a couple of $100,000.
Yeah.
We can't do it because our main competitor is Fuji, and
Yeah.
their main color is green, so that entitled him. He was like, I'm a fucking genius, I'm going after Fuji, and he nailed them.
What was it as well? Is that there was something towards that he got money from Discover Ireland as well, and
He did.
He went and said, "We've got 7 Up and we've got Fuji, so the car is going to be green." And they're like, "Oh, let's do that." And then he basically did that amongst all 3 of them.
Even though his original, he wanted to actually have a yellow car.
Yeah.
But basically his budget for the year, he spent £11 million pound a year. 7.5 million was his own money.
He got a few quid off Michael Schumacher too, didn't he?
Michael was only there for one race. It was actually Schumacher's fault that he broke down, because
Ford engine it, and then he had to go to Yamaha the next year, and it was a disaster.
Yamaha.
Yeah.
Yamaha made F1 engines.
Did they? A few engines, yeah.
What?
Yeah, they were terrible.
There was Lamborghini Yamaha
Do you remember
as well.
Lamborghini Yamaha.
V12?
Yeah.
Do you not remember the?
Disasters.
How does that work?
Horrendous, like.
Basically, they were very bad. That's all you need to know.
He got.
Didn't it? It was.
The following year, he only scored one point.
Yeah, but back then it was top 6 finishes.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
in his debut year, I think it was 17 points he scored.
That's incredible.
And Ford gave him a target, I think it was 25. If he gained 25 points, they were going to retain the engine.
Oh, that's bullshit.
This is all from my beautiful knowledge, not from the phone. Don't quote me.
On the talk of beauty, Formula One's getting a theme tune. Will it be a thing of beauty?
Oh God.
Well,
No.
every
Bunch of
every
turbo flutter.
It depends. I think it depends very much on the genre of the music.
it does. I mean, will it be something like this?
That's going to get flagged for copyright straight away.
5 seconds. It's okay. Yeah, under 5 seconds is okay.
But genuinely, on this point, do we relate sport to music? Can
Yes.
we like when we hear
The Champions League theme tune.
Yeah, the
absolutely?
Champions League team tune.
Don't start playing more music, please.
I have it lined up.
No.
Stop.
Just stop. Yeah, no.
Champions.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to sue you for copyright for that.
God no.
I hope they do.
Hang me out to dry.
But like, it's, who do you call it's doing it? What's his name? Brian Tyler.
Brian Tyler. Yeah.
Brian Tyler's doing it. But what's really worrying me, is that he was the lead composer of the Fast and the Furious movies.
Oh God.
And I'm like, please, Brian, don't make it too Americanized.
Oh, fucking Coronas and all that job, like.
Coronas?
Yeah, fucking Fast and Furious, like, because Fast and Furious is just.
Is Corona not Mexican?
It is.
Yeah.
I thought you were about Corona's the band.
our music.
No, like, you know, Vin Diesel, this whole Corona thing.
Sleep all day, we drink all night.
What?
What's with the singing in this one?
I don't know.
Yeah.
This is like the musical special.
Are you coming out of yourself now, Josh?
I am. It's that can earlier.
Okay, it's the Cash t-shirt. No, on him.
Man, I had some Oasis, it was gorgeous.
Considering you had a can and you're wearing a Cash t-shirt, do you mind walking a line?
I couldn't.
Yup.
Okay,
But no, like in all seriousness though, if it's like some shite like hip hop, that's going to be desperate. It needs to either be classical or some like classical rock. Like I mean, classical as in like Vivaldi or something to
Do you
that
think
effect.
the fans will get an option to vote on it?
Well, if
No.
they vote, it's just
No.
going to be the chain.
he's finished already. he's
the chain.
I'm pretty sure he's finished recording it already.
You reckon?
I was looking at his Twitter account earlier, and he's like, he has like a big book of music notes.
Does he?
I don't know anything about
And
music.
what do these notes comprise of?
Is it on an LP?
They've got these like squiggly lines with like,
Is it a small spinny disc or a big spinny
you know,
disc?
it looks like a table with kind of
stickied into the box.
it's like a table with crooked legs, and it's got like balls on the end of it.
But genuinely, look, we're going to listen to it for the first time. We're all going to say it's terrible. We're going to turn around in 6 years' time. We're going to love it.
I know if it's still hip hop, I'm still going to say it's shite.
It
doesn't-
can't be hip.
If
Well,
it's
it's-
like
it's-
feckin' Kanye West or something like that, I can get out.
It's going to take a long time for it to settle.
Oh yeah, 10
The
years.
F1 logo,
I mean,
I think
could you
is quite like people have got used
Yeah,
to it
we're
already.
starting to like it, but that's
Yeah.
visual. But with sound, it takes a while. You never like a song the first time you hear it.
I think though it suits something classical, something moody.
It should
and,
definitely be
like,
classical.
a good like intro sequence.
It has to be timeless.
Sky had a great intro
It
sequence.
does have to have a bit
their
of class
first
to
year.
it,
Like
yeah.
Moby nailed it on the ITV intro.
Go away. It's terrible.
Fuck off.
Go away
The
with you.
chain was way better.
Oh yeah.
Ah, yeah,
That
the
chain is
chain was
better.
better, but ITV's, I thought it was pretty good.
Quiz time. When was the chain first used as the F1 intro?
1970.
1973.
I knew that because I read it on an article that was
You read it
1970s.
wrong.
You knew it wrong.
Maybe I know it wrong and he's right. Who knows?
Who knows?
That's not the point of this show.
Funny battery, Josh.
Comment. Comment below, please. Correct us.
Josh, any more facts for us?
Any more facts for you? I do indeed have
I'm
facts for you.
frothing at the mouth for more facts. Josh.
Yeah.
Come on. More.
Well, look. Forbes released the top 100 brands loved by millennials this year, okay?
Okay.
Did ya?
Okay, and who has seen a massive increase, and I think it's due to their times on the track?
Lewis Hamilton.
Honda.
What?
Honda is the 35th favourite brand by millennials this year.
they're
Up
also-
from 42.
They make the
I
Civic.
genuinely think it's their work with Toro Rosso that's doing this.
I also think they're 35th favourite to win the championship.
It's all Brendan Hartley.
Forbes is putting it down to the new Honda Accord and new Honda Civic, but no.
The new Honda Civic, which you described, is just can't stop designing.
It's shocking.
down
The rear wing, it's terrible. What are they going to do with the Type R version? I mean, you can't keep designing it any further.
It's just going to be all floppy and all over the
Well, no, see, it's like F1. They're going to get as far as the 2008 season, and then the next fella's going to walk in the door and he's going to nah, fuck this, no more wings for you, Honda. And then it's going back, and then the next year's Honda Civic is going to be called the Braun Civic, and it's actually going to be good. Josh, any more facts for us this week?
Well, actually, speaking of Braun, 9 years ago today, Ross Braun completed his buyout of Honda Formula One
For £1.
for £1.
Nick Fry, eat your heart.
Bargain.
We have to.
What did he sell it for?
We have to look at one thing.
I don't know. Money.
Money.
We have to look at one thing with them that they everybody thinks they threw a car together over the winter period. Like
Hang on, how far away are we from Melbourne now?
2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks. They built a car that won the Formula
No,
One.
no. That's a misconception.
Well, where did Honda finish the year?
No,
This
they
man knows
put
what he's talking
they
about.
put a. I do. They put an engine into the car that was brand new, like cable tied it in, whatever. Bang,
With
away
a
you go.
hammer.
But with a hammer.
It's not Eddie Jordan's
But
car.
anyway, but that car had been designed. Like they were designing that car for like a year and a half. Apparently, that car had been designed. Like Toyota had been designing that car for so long.
Toyota?
Honda.
Honda.
Yeah, Toyota also pulled out that
Oh yeah,
year.
it was Honda. Yeah.
Yeah, Toyota pulled out
you
that
look
year,
like
and
you went in for the
if you
shift of that
remember,
mic.
Pirelli bought the car, stuck an engine in it, and used it to test their new tyres. And
yeah.
that car, I think, who was it tested? I think Lewis tested it, and he
Was
said
Del
it
Rosso
was,
not?
there was I think well, it was one of the Mercedes drivers.
Must have been Lewis.
Yeah,
Lewis
I think
is
it was
McLaren
Lewis.
driver.
McLaren driver. It was in between him switching, but whoever was driving it said it was a thing of beauty, and it definitely would have won a championship.
Yeah.
But it was about time Toyota nailed something together.
Jesus.
It's almost like they focused their efforts on winning Le Mans.
No, Josh, you're wrong. Toyota did race in 2009 because Tim McLaughlin was with them.
Well, when did Toyota pull out?
At the end of 2009.
At the end
Well,
of
then at the
2009.
end of 2009. What's a year?
So the great 2010
What's
car,
another
so-
year?
Yes, we're F1 fans. We have to get every fact.
So anyway, on Braun. Well done them.
Well done there.
What did you think of the Braun livery? The white, like plain white and a bit of
Shite.
highlighter yellow.
Shite.
I thought it was nice.
Well, it was like a high-vis vest. You know, they didn't know that they should have been. They didn't look like they belonged there. So you put a high-vis vest on it, and you instantly belong anywhere.
You know what I found really hilarious about the Braun team? They literally had. It was really funny. Every other F1 team on the pit wall are there in their own trousers, they have tops. The Braun team wore race suits. You had like Ross Braun sat in this massive race
The
suit.
big black,
The big black
Alpine
race
Star
suit.
race suit, yeah.
It was so random.
He got a deal on Alibaba.
Like, they literally just threw it together in 2 weeks to go to Melbourne and win.
Yeah, it was, well, no, it wasn't really thrown together.
They didn't
There's-
do
yeah.
it testing.
The team like of people were kind of thrown together, but the car was designed since what, November?
The employees were
Yeah.
still Honda employees.
Yeah, there was that issue though of how Mercedes suddenly found 50 horsepower when the engine was put in that car as opposed to the McLaren.
Engine man.
Really?
Yeah, there was talk of there being 50 more horsepower in the Braun Mercedes than there was in the McLaren Mercedes.
How could that be?
There was a
It's almost like they had planned on buying the team out if it was successful.
They went down to Mickey down the road, and they got mapped. 200 quid.
throw it up in the dyno.
Don't worry about emissions.
No need to worry about that. What's our thoughts for week 2?
I think we're just going to see Mercedes lap, 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 lap.
I think we're going to see a few engines blowing up at the end of day one or start day
No,
two.
because we're going to have new engines.
No, but
Probably.
would they not try and like blow
Turn
the
it up
engine
to 11.
12.
Well, they're going to try
Oh.
and blow, like they are going to purposely try and blow them up to find out what is the limit of them.
Well, no, the miles is more used to them than the life of the engine.
Find weaknesses. Do miles and find where the weaknesses show up.
Yeah,
Mm.
if they show up.
Yeah, it's more from wear and tear than just.
Yeah.
See, Honda are going to arrive in Australia, and within 5 seconds of FP1, two engines like, oh, we're back to our good old selves.
I still don't think though they're going to have massive race pace this year. There's a lot of overrun in that engine coming into corners.
I think people are getting a little bit ahead of themselves.
Is this what you were saying about the petrol coming into the cylinders?
Yeah. So basically, what they're doing is they're dumping extra petrol into the cylinder head to keep it cool.
Okay.
So
Fair
if you listen to the Renault or the Ferrari coming down into the corners,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you hear that like usual kind of downshift, the kind of plops. Yeah. Whereas then if you still listen to the Honda, you're still going back to the when it's like decelerating.
It's like a bag of spanners.
What kind of spanners do you have that sound like farts?
Do you do humming and burbling? Is that a module you do in engineering?
It is. Yeah.
Oh Christ, it's gone on the internet.
It is. Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
But if we look at Catalonia as a circuit,
Yeah.
what teams do we expect to be good there anyway? Is it more of a power circuit or a chassis circuit? So who's never really going to be
It's
at the
in
front?
between the two.
It is very in between the two. That's what makes it good for testing.
Yeah.
It gives a good idea
Yeah.
of what's going to come.
I'd argue though, generally teams that win there are power dominant teams.
Okay. So we're not expecting
By
Red
and
Bulls
large.
to be lightening up the timesheets. McLarens.
It's hard to say, but they may do. They may or may not.
But lads, how relevant is the timesheets going forward looking at championship contenders down through the years?
It is relevant.
It is relevant, but relative to one another is what you need to be looking at.
Okay.
It's not relevant as in performing an exact pecking order. It shows you who's going to be challenging. who.
Generally, yeah.
Yeah.
Like we knew going into Melbourne last year that Mercedes and Ferrari were very close.
And it looks similar this year.
It looks
does.
similar this year.
It's going to be less. It's going to be a tenth.
I think
and a
Ferrari
half.
look a bit better. No, Mercedes look a bit better this year though than they did last year. Like Hamilton laid down the gauntlet on
Yeah,
Thursday
but you've got to
testing.
think. Thursday testing, it was dry.
Yeah.
And the track was rubbered in.
Rubbered in. Vettel set his time on the second day, and it was raining
it was
that
the same
morning.
day.
No, it
Was
was
it
the
not?
second day. Yeah.
But you have to remember though that Vettel's time was on the yellow tires,
Soft.
softs. Hamilton's was on the hard tires.
I still think,
medium.
Doesn't matter. Within the medium.
I still think it doesn't matter. It's just about mileage
Harder.
for week one.
Yeah.
But does Hamilton look clued in? I mean, he turned up, did 20 laps and fucked away off back to
Did you hear?
Barbados.
Did you hear what he said in his interview recently?
No.
Making music. or
No, I
something.
don't listen
he-
to what Hamilton says.
He said in an interview. Someone asked him, was like, "How's the
my
car?"
feelings.
He's like, "How's the car? Are you ready for Melbourne?" He goes, "We could go right now." That's what he said. He said, "We can go right now."
Well, they could have just brought the 2017 spec and went right now.
No, they
A
went
lot,
slower.
a lot of teams could have went right now. I think Ferrari, Red Bull, McLaren. Yeah, they all have it nailed.
Force
Honda,
India?
to an extent. No, Honda.
Did you find
Force India could find themselves in deep shit very quick.
Ferrari
I
are
think
being
you're in trouble.
quite quiet?
Like teams that are going to develop
Very
strongly
quiet.
throughout the season, Sauber can only get better
Well.
since they're nowhere.
Well, like what was it? Alfa only really bought the team. Was it in December?
Yeah, they're only going to start putting more Ferrari components into it.
Yeah.
Have they actually bought the team?
No, it's only a stake.
I don't think they have bought it.
What does Peter Sauber
thought it was
actually
50%.
still own?
I have no idea.
50%. We actually don't know.
Tell us in the comments, guys. We
If
now
we
have
get any
guys.
comments,
Yeah.
we actually have been getting a couple of comments.
Have, yeah.
We have fans now.
We have fans now.
So
Yeah.
join in.
Join in, yeah. Join us.
Join us.
But yeah, as we're going to wrap it up here now anyway, and as you may have noticed, this is a slightly shorter episode, so we're aiming kind of to go towards the 20-minute to 30-minute segment. So I don't know, if you like that, join us, and if you don't like that, be sure to let us know to go back to the hour.
We're
So-
doing it for clicks
We're doing it for clicks, yeah, let's be honest about it.
Yeah.
and
well,
audience
clickbait.
retention.
Please subscribe.
Please subscribe. Please.
We have moments of brilliance.
And like us. Please like us.
This was quite a factual one.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it from the team here at 107% Factual Formula 1. I'd like to thank you out in the booth for joining us on sound today.
sound guy.
Thank you.
We've got a sound guy, yeah. We haven't got sound completely, but we have got a sound guy.
Coming to us from Dacia.
Yeah.
That's it.
Or it's Dacia.
Oh wow.
Alright, anyway, that's it. Thank
Alright,
you.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Take it,
See
Andy.
you there. Bye.
Shut up and sit down.